Good morning. Good morning. How are we doing this morning? Alrighty. Let's start fresh here. So we're going to look at a little bit of couple ideas real quick. We'll do a quick recap from yesterday, and then we're going to get into today's price action. So yesterday's post market was crazy, right? Big run up. I'll make sure they get these sounds and all this other stuff down here. Yep. There we go there. All right. Good morning. Okay, so let's talk about yesterday real quick. Yesterday's post market went over. I had a little pre-market and then we just dumped. But the interesting thing is we had a couple key levels here. First off, I like to mark off pre-market highs, which are here, pre-market lows, which are down here. This is from yesterday. Quick recap of yesterday's price action. Oh, they were roughly, where are they at? It was roughly here. No. So, and then there was a key level here we're going to talk about later. But this guy matters. He comes into play here. So right off the open there, we're looking at just the 5-minute. We took a couple of hits on the 1-minute, and I think today too I'm going to cool off on the 1-minute. Especially Friday, I'm expecting a little bit of chop. So 5-minute has the most data on it, so we're going to be looking at the 5-minute mostly. So here was the first trade here. A short here is just a measured move, so it would only be about this much of a take, about 40 points. I say only, but compared to some of these other moves, here's your next 2-bar here. This is going to be another short from yesterday that we took on the stream. Now, so about 113 points here, which was a good short. Now, this is where it gets a little tricky. I must have mismarked this from yesterday because I was supposed to take this short here with these 2 bars. Somehow I took these 2 bars. A little bit costs a lot though, because if I would have taken these two, we would have had this. So the one here. I'll turn that music down a touch because it's driving me a little wild. So this would have been our 3rd trade here. Somehow I was holding a short into the close here. Good morning. Wells, TJ, Samu. Good morning. Welcome. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you guys. So, oops, that's not good to move, but I know it was roughly right here, so I'll leave it there. And then we run into some resistance down here. Now, I, on stream, took this 2-bar here, and I was expecting to come down to here, the 162s. That didn't happen. By the way, 10 minutes left in the market. We're going to get there soon. But something interesting is I was marking some areas down here where the real volume kind of kicked up. So where, look, if you look at all this volume, crazy buy side increasing volume. It's higher than any of it previous in the night before. All this buy side volume here, I marked on the chart. I don't like to mark when it's wicky. I like to mark it when it's kind of clean break. So I marked from here to the first retest here, boom, and that was considered the zone where I was expecting buyers to come back in, right? Well, look what happened. Like right on the key, right? They came right back in here. So I was shorting, holding lower, and you know we had to make a couple adjustments, but nonetheless, this is what happened. So we're in a strong downtrend. I'm not supposed to take the first break, which I didn't. There's your first break on the morning. By the way, by this time I'm still short from up here, from this pre-market high. We look here again, we have another 2-bar, but where I failed is I needed this volume to get above this candle's volume here. See how high that candle's volume is? See how low this volume is on the buy side? So if the volume's not there, I need to wait for a retest, or we need to clear above this level, because this level is a key. This is a big seller here. You see how the volume's increasing to the upside. You could say, call it what you want, institutional selling, whatever you want to call it, but you have a huge buy side player here. Now look, running into this area, right, where it's trying to sell into, eventually breaks, just like it breaks for long, right? This is your pre-market high anyways. Pre-market low. There's a lot of different levels at this point. There's a little too much music for me this morning. I need to chill this out. Chill it out. Too much. It's too early. That's like 2 hours into the market music. Whew. Too much humming. Give me something chill. A little better. Okay. So now I was short here still, right? From this play, from what I thought this 2-bar, inaccurately. I should have been already out of that position. But what I said was, I think I had to leave like about right here, somewhere in here for work. Somewhere in here, somewhere in here. But what I basically said was, we need to wait for a retest of the extreme and then a trend break for me to look bullish, or a trap at the extreme. And look, we got both. So I was at work sitting on my laptop, and here's your first trend break, right? I was at work on my laptop, and I saw this. I actually wrote a comment out on YouTube, on a little post, saying, hey, here's your retest. So I watched this candle go from just flat red, it's like red with like 2 minutes left in the bar, of a 15-minute bar. So I was like, oh yeah, this thing's gonna crack and hit my take profit, right? Ends up chewing up all the way green. Now this bar right here, in the context of an extreme range, meaning we're at the bottom of a range, this bar, per like Al Brooks, for different kinds of theories, for short traps, for levels players, there's a lot of different indicators that are saying this is a long here. So I flipped the script here. I went long, and I actually added another long here because of the 2-bar on the 15-minute, plus I added one here, 5-minute. So I was in for 3 pretty early on into this move. We got another 2-bar here. There's another add, and I believe I added. Unfortunately, I can't display the. So I could probably display the trades, maybe trader log somewhere. Nonetheless, I'll do a recap video. I'll have them on this account, so you'll be able to see them. I'll do a recap on the weekend. Then another 2-bar here. So all of this was adding up into the point where it's 15-minute. By the way, remember on traps, I take a 1.75 position, meaning I'll risk 1, and I'm looking to gain 1.75. Look at this right here. Boom. Unfortunately, that was like I think this happened like right after pre-market close. So I cut the trade. Oh, no, it didn't happen after pre-market close, I don't think. But it happened close. So I cut the trade like right here, like 50s or something like that, because I didn't want to hold it into the close and us retrace like crazy. So I didn't do that. But anyways, really nice trades yesterday. I ended up being up, I think, about 450 points total. But nonetheless, it was great because the morning was kind of tough for me. Trading the 1 minute, got slapped a couple times. 5-minute context I got, but I misread this 5-minute context. I flipped the script on the second 2-bar too soon. I got a little antsy. I had to flip it again, and I apologize because I was it was me executing poorly, right? So that's how that went. And now we're between a couple players in the market. So I think we're above a couple player. Yeah. So here was our previous player from before. We still have strong selling up here as well. See the buy side volume's increasing, and we have really clean candles here. So this is still a seller all up into this range. All of this is still sellers. that are going to look to bring the market down, right? So until we get above that, I put it, it says about 400, but really until we get above these levels, we're not out of the thick of this yet. Still running into this resistance. And then a break below this, strong break, you have buyers here, and you have buyers here. So actually we'll go right here. Buyers, buyers, buyers. So these are the players right now. These are the positions, the zones for your buyers and sellers. Then we have some strong, this is kind of a in-between point because you have some, we broke through these sellers, right? So these sellers we could say are gotten eaten. And now we're up into this range here, which I think, since there's big buying volume up in these areas, we could say that the buy side is, sell side is, some of this liquidity has been eaten up on the sellers. Nonetheless, here's our next area of a little mini buyer. Not mini, but there's buying. And then, yeah, so we're going to be between these two ranges, break out of these ranges, the market starts moving. Nonetheless, we have 2 minutes until this market opens. So sit back, relax, pick out some trades. If you guys have any ideas, any setups, none of my trades are a recommendation. It's for entertainment purposes. I'm not a financial advisor, but I appreciate you being here, support the stream. So nonetheless, let's get into it. When volume hits right here, this is what we're expecting our next sellers to be at right up here, this area. So today I'll be taking a look at the, I might kick it up to the 2 minute. Let's see how the 2 minute trades, because the 2 minutes should still be fine in terms of price action. It might help me not get slapped around in the morning so much, but so we have levels here. I'm going to clean up these levels a little as the day goes on because, oops, I don't want it to be all fuzzy everywhere. But here, let's throw the 5 minute here. Actually open a new window. And then we're going to open another window here. This is going to be for the 15 minute, for a clean 15 minute chart, a clean 5 minute chart. Let's see here, move everything. Yeah, where's our pre-market high, pre-market low? Pre-market lows here. All right, we got market open coming very soon. Market high, pre-market low is going to be our clean chart. So there's that 15 minute, and then, which I'm not going to look at in the beginning of the day. Let's throw up some commodities too. Throw up gold and silver. Not gold and silver. Gold and oil. There we go. All right. Looks like it's a bit choppy this morning. These are 15 minutes. We'll go 5. Yeah, probably wanna break out of these ranges before I want to take anything. Yeah, things look fuzzy there too. So market open. See what's going on here. Let's go on the 2 minute here. All right, so these guys got sold into pretty heavy. They get eaten. I'm gonna say these guys are gone. Oh, this music's driving me nuts too. Can I get something chill? There we go. A little bit more chill. Pretty jazzy though. This is pretty see, we touched that area, right? Previous buyers were at again. Buyers are still there, looking to support those positions. There we go, now we're chilling. This is my worthy of 6:30 a.m. So for the Topstep, which is here, we're up about 900 on the account. About the 834, I think. 34. Um, so, no, 807, sorry. I rage traded one of my other ones in the post market. So this one's pretty fresh. How I rage trade, by the way, is I was trading post market. I didn't even rage trade. I was not trading according to my anything. I started sizing up in the post market with the price action. Maybe it was rage. I was a little frustrated with the price action during the days, and post market was cleaning up, and I just happened to take a really heavy leverage trade. Uh, Not happened to take. I wasn't being disciplined, and I was hoping that I get a good run in the pre-market because the post-market was doing really well, but nonetheless wasn't too well. So broke out of these areas here. We try to come down and come back up to this range. Could be a bear trap on the 2-minute here. NKD goes waterfall today. NKD. Is that a futures or is that a stock? Oh, the Nikkei. That's the Asian market, right? I think so. A little bit of a trap here. Interested in taking this, but I'm not going to take any of this context. But from the volume we got, it is interesting to take here. I may take a stab at this. How big of a bar is this? What am I risking? 20 points. All right, I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it. Let's see here, 3 points, 6. Not a recommendation, that way. Yeah. Assuming that there's trap shorts here. We're running into some congestion here, so I may just take 1.5 if it goes. We'll see though. Did come back up into this range at the pre-market, which I like. I like this trade. So 5 minutes not really giving us nothing yet. Good morning, good morning. I'm in a long here based off the short. The little bit of a trap, bounce off this, came back up in the range. Maybe first 30 seconds of the day, usually you want to take traps at extremes. Actually, these are marked wrong. My pre-market low. Pre-market low is here. All right, so we're at the top of the range here. So probably shouldn't have taken that trap then, because the trap, for some reason, I was looking at this as a.
Order filled.
Here we go, get stopped out on that one. 25-point loss on that one. But yeah, because of this. By the way, these are these different zones, but I'm going to be marking the zones based off of the main market, not the pre-market. I'll leave yesterday's. I'll leave yesterday's daily since it's a major, but everything else I'm going to take off. Get the chart a little bit. And let me see here. I'm going to trade for 1 minute. All right, 9:30. It's all rolling. could take this as a short, but I don't like taking. And I can just do. We'll just continue to do the 2-strike roll. Although I don't like being in the middle of a range. But yeah, 2-strike roll here. So let's see. The one would be roughly right. Yeah, so in the mornings, the 1 minute lately, I don't know, I must have tested like prime conditions on the 1 minute. Because I've been getting struck out, 2 strikeouts right in the morning off the 1 minute. I figure it's got to start cleaning up sometime, but um, nonetheless, by the way, some sell side algos kicked in there at 26. It doesn't mean that it's going to go down. It's just I'm keeping an eye on those algos here. Let's see how it reacts. Sell volume is a little higher than the buy volume. Yeah, so just chilling this morning. Get a little range here. Look on the 5 minute. Pretty big bottom wick on the bottom. We have a big range. 200 points, 170 points here. Which is nice. Nice range to work with. I'm taking this. Good morning, Dewey. How are you, bro? I need to get that ATR on my chart, dude. That's all I'm saying. I use that ATR with my zones. I feel like I'd be a beast at scalping. I have a couple scalping ideas, by the way. I looked at a couple. I mean, I am scalping right now, technically. Kind of scalping. If I have to hold a 1 minute bar 2 minutes, I don't know if that's technically considered scalping. Scalping's usually intra bar. See if we get a little love this morning. Buyers are present here. Present. Took that short from 22, 30, 80 areas and said we get 2, 30, 41, but it got to 30 points lower. That works, dude. I'll have to add to the short if this goes red. Buyers are stepping in here though. They're trying. Look at them. Trying, forcing it.
Order filled.
Alright, I have to take that one shorter. It's gonna be umbrellaed. Put one stop up here. 85125. Maybe. Let's see. Based off 3 minute time frame weakness, so tested shorts. Nice. 4-1, huh? 380 to 4-1. Oh, this 380. What was the short criteria there? Bar stepping up. all battle here. So I broke below 60. Where the volume started to increase. This is where you're going to find sellers again. We're a little bit into this. Might be able to give it a touch more room, but let's keep it a 3-point stop as the rules. It's per rules. This could be an area where people are going to look to sell though again. Buy side came in the 30s area. If they get absorbed, then this is going to be start feeling heavy. Got the footprint up today as well. Could take a look at that over as the day progresses. I'm looking at the footprint right now, and in that wick, there's just not a ton of strong buyers. There's a lack of buying interest as I got up to there that second time. That puts a little bit of lacks confidence for the buyers. And now we'll see how it's selling here. Delta is negative on the day, by the way. So far, not by much, maybe only by 800, not a ton. Obviously a buyer here. If this guy's real, then it seems like he's real. Let's level that. Not a ton of sellers in this bottom range either. Kind of, if you guys were to look at the volume profile, it's really like messy. It's really thick. I mean, the market really hasn't had a clarity. This is technically the point of control right here, but I mean now it's volume's starting to pick up a little bit. It's starting to separate itself, but beforehand it was pretty much flat, so kind of messy. As you can see, your lack of buying interest here, right? This is the previous resistance right here. So that's up that between the 45. But yeah, kind of where we came down from, did a little downtrend. This is our level there, and then there's just not a lot of the buyer here absorbing it. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Oh, quick flip. Weird. Oh, because it takes it off of hours. 6:45. All right, we'll go back to the main charts here. So between these two players, this buyer is getting real serious here, scooping up a ton of stuff. Now you just need buying interest above these levels for it to actually reflect that. I'm in for 2 based off 2 breaks to the downside. 2 breaks are going to add as, you know, with especially with increasing volume here. This is going to be hopefully an area of resistance in this area, but it can happen here in the morning. Here in the morning sometimes it can be a little tricky. Did a little recap on the yesterday's session. Had a good I think I left the stream negative, but I ended up catching a beautiful, beautiful trap at the end of a range, plus rode a ton of trend breaks to the upside. Finally got some good umbrella trade that was big, some good price action. There's one there. So if this next one goes, then that'll be my morning for 1 minute. We're gonna start looking at the 5-minute. Still not fully convinced there. Strong sellers here, right? Here they are. Strong selling, increasing volume. You have the seller too, but we'll see about this guy. We'll see. Nonetheless, the current player here. Notice that sellers they're just kind of duking it down here, seeing where the market wants to take it. So Friday, we're in the middle of the range, right? Middle of the last couple days ranges. I'm not expecting too big of a move here. I'm expecting range bound. That I'm not going to use it as bias though. But Fridays they're going to try and bring this up somewhere to kill premium. So if you were to look at open interest on the options market, um, oh okay. According to my RSI histogram rules, it was short setup. Yeah, dude, I'm going to take a look. See here right now. Actually, sorry, I'm paying attention here. The other. Oh yeah, there you go. Oh yeah, started to fold up. Hit the ATR. Dude, that's beautiful. The magenta ATR, right? Top side. Again, sellers are present. This is looking algorithmic to the upside a little bit. We're gonna see how this plays out, but they're getting a grip of this market. I've been showing this over the last couple mornings of how they can really just drive the markets based off this. Yeah, you just scalp it. I'm gonna see this again somewhere. So find another example of this, but when it gets real wicky, but the bodies are kind of like tight in this area like this, um, and it's basically players trying to drive this up. So, um, hard for entry. I'm gonna be hands off on the 1 minute after this stop out. If we get stopped out, but yeah, see, very, very algo driven. I'm just following rules on a 1 minute, by the way. So this would be a second strike on. I'm mostly gonna trade probably a 5 minute again because I'm expecting some some craziness this Friday after these moves that we've been having. So the seller's getting eaten up into right now. Strong, strong liquidity. This is all that remains right here. Actually, just move that touch sellers a little bit. That way I don't get top wicked. Yeah, with your increasing volume where they are. Oh, oil's dipped below that level. Still need to get in a good range here. Gold is kind of hanging out too. I get some action on commodities. So 5 minute hasn't given me yet. A 9:30 candle. Again, good morning, good morning. New to the stream, we're scalping 1 minute currently. Off of a little break. Most of my trading's off the 5 minute. And yeah, I might because I've been taking two strikes right in the morning every morning for the past, I think, 5 days straight, which is kind of uncommon. Um, Probably just gonna put a cooler on the 1 minute. I'll still chart it out, but I don't want to get chopped out right in the morning and then start just kind of in a drawdown. 5 minutes my most tried and true method here, and then we're going to be basing this off of a 15-minute context. So you'll be seeing me periodically look at the 15-minute. The yellow lines are reflecting our pre-market highs, pre-market lows, and I use these levels to determine strong trends in the market. So if we break above, we're looking for strong trends to the upside. Break below, strong trend to the downside. And the idea is to trade along with them, right? Ooh, huge selling that just came in. I don't know if you guys see that. A lot of algos. See all the algos kicked in right here. 100 sell. A lot of selling that just chunked into there. So huge algo right there. Boom. For the millisecond, just sold into that pretty heavy. We'll see. Doesn't mean it necessarily is going to go down, but I do keep an eye on it. It's at the 43s, 40s, 41s. So about right here. But they got absorbed, supposedly. If they got absorbed, then that means they're going to get squeezed. We'll see. Yeah, so just hanging out this morning. Really tight range here. Well, what are we tight range? Let's see. How big is the range? 60 points for a morning. That's pretty tight. Usually we get one bar that's like, I guess it's not too bad. It's about maybe average. Guess not with the volatility that we've been seeing lately, but has been average. Hope you guys have a good morning. Let's see if we can get some plays today. Yesterday was fantastic. I was so happy for yesterday. Need to get this going here. Pretty slow morning. Nothing to do here. Chopped, range bound. Algo's kicked in here. I'm just kind of taking a look because I want to see how that reacts around that level. Sell side on the 1 minute. As far as like a resistance up here, we don't really have a true 1 minute buyer. We have from pre-market here. I guess this could be your 1 minute player. So between the seller and the buyer, and then from pre-market, get this, which I don't really trust too much, to be honest with you. So happening to work that way, but our current buyer of the day is right here. So this is an algo. I'll get rid of this, and this is kind of where we're at. Now, if we're gonna start ranging today, I might look to take some scalps on the range bound. Yeah, Dewey, I'll eventually end up getting a Discord. I still don't know if I would trade straight in the morning with the Discord. I might do maybe like the lunch hour session. I'm thinking only maybe an hour of trading on a Discord together, throwing some ideas, charting some stuff during a little bit of a market slowness. Um, I do enjoy talking in person though too, but yeah, for right now, this is a little bit more controlled as well. So, um, you can kind of get trolls coming in. Not my Discord, I would be able to clap them, but other Discords that I've been chilling in. It's just kind of get obnoxious sometimes. See if we get a little flush down here. Get below these buyers. We should see this thing open up. There's a break. Again, we have these buyers here. Let's see if they get ran through. Got you. Dewey said 3 minutes down to the downside still. Buyer's still present here, man. So on the 5-minute context, we have our first break. Mitchell, a present? Uh-oh. It's a good present? I'm ready. Just give it to me, dude. Yeah, I need to. Your charts are a little tough for me to wrap my head around still. I mean, I understand it for the most part, but I was supposed to take another short here, so we'll take another one and umbrella it. So look outside my window in 45 seconds. Nix. Nix. I don't know. I'm looking outside my window. Hopefully I don't get shot. You know what I'm saying? That sounds like a sniper setup, dude. Like, look outside your window to the second window. Which window? My question. I'm looking. I'm doing like a peek. Straight up. See, Mitchell, say straight up. Told you. Bro, I told you. I felt like it was a sniper setup, bro. I was like, boom, 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 boom. All right, so now you got your sellers here, right? Um, decent amount of sellers, decent amount. But we'll see how this reacts to this level because obviously buyers are still present down here, soaking up a lot of that volume. Take care, Mitchell. Have a good one. Appreciate you stopping by. We'll pick up. We'll pick up. Oh, 83 subs. Yeah, well, from where it was. Ooh, that was a huge, huge upside. Oh, we got data coming out. Uh-oh, we're going to see how this happens. Probably shouldn't hold this trade into the news, to be honest with you, but it is what it is. Huge upside wick there. That was crazy print right there. Let's see what happened here. Take data over here. Get it from the standpoint. What do we got? The good or bad news? It says higher. Higher than expected? Is that what they wanted? Isn't that bad news? Chicken consumer? When your inflation, everything's a little higher than expected, basically, right? Barely. Are they happy about that because it's not as bad as they thought it was? Maybe. Still got to stay in this trade, so. It's a very interesting thing about back testing is that when when I'm trading price action, I actually don't pay attention to the news. Um, yeah, that wasn't a big reaction. We'll see. We'll see. This might actually open up a little bit. Yeah, agreed. Agreed, Mitchell. Doing straight roasting the market makers in the Wall Street floor. Double bottom. So I had one break here, and now it's turning green. If this next candle goes red on the 5 minute, I'm going to take the short again. If it goes green, I'm not in the short on the 5 minute, and I'm in two shorts on the 1 minute, but these would be the last two I trade today if these fail. I will focus only on the 5 minute. Let's see here. Other than that, we're really range bound right now for a morning. See what it wants to do. I would like to start off in the positive. It's starting off like 200 down, 100 down, 150 down from the 1 minute, two strikes, just getting a couple jabs, and I'm like, man, I would like to start up a day one of these days. Yeah, I agree. Dewey about that flush, but we'll see. It's looking, I don't know. Hard to tell what this is looking like. It's up 5 minute. That was pretty much it, huh? Yeah, in a range, so I get stopped out here. Close. Ooh, right off the sellers from up there again. I get stopped out. I'm gonna take one more up there though. There we go. Figured I'd take one more off the basis of it only being like a $6 ad. All right, so break. Hopefully now, if we break, we get above these pre-market highs and we actually start running a little bit. That would be nice. So 1 minute's off limits for me right now. And actually, I'm probably going to scratch the 1 minute idea because for the last 5 days straight, I've been getting 1 minute slapped in the morning. Yeah, it's aliens, dude. It's aliens. Is this Aza? This is Aza, dude, for sure. For sure. I know. It honestly, so when I tested it before, the whole reason why I wanted to do the 1 minute anyways in the first 30 minutes was because on these strong trends, the 5 minute wasn't letting me in, and the 1 minute would let me in. But lately, it's been so horrid on the 1 minute that everything's just been getting jank. This is a bull trap, by the way, on the 1 minute. Or is this the 2 minute? 2 minute now. Oh, if the short, if I just got stopped, they just got me, dude. These guys got me. This comes all the way down. Where was that supposed to go? Dude, they got me, these suckers. This thing taps all the way down. We'll see. Down 150 points in the morning. That's pretty wild, actually. Sticking to the 5 minute today now. 1 minute's not a. I might. Ugh. I don't know. I'll try the 2 minute. But yeah, execution's going to be on the 5 minute from now on because this is just crazy. And this is range bound, so I don't want to get too crazy on thinking it's going to go this way, that way. Actually, if it's going to be range bound like this, I put in some hypotheticals here. See, had the seller up here. Players for the morning. I'm telling you. Telling you. No, he doesn't do. You're lying. You're lying. No way. Even if you get the number, it's not like you know what the market's going to do, technically. Oh man. Range bound. I could just buy here, sell here, buy here, sell here. No, I won't do that, but technically, at the peak of this, sell at this. Dude, my question is, how would you even treat it? Unless you're like a fundamental, you have to be a beast at fundamentals if you're gonna trade that appropriately, and you can't scalp an inside number anyways. I mean, maybe if it was like dramatic, but nonetheless, yeah, pretty range bound here. Um, we're gonna see if we get little pop through these levels here. I don't need to actually chart this one. If that one breaks, this one's gonna break. Can't believe I got popped and dropped on that, dude. Boom, boom. I knew the sellers were here though too, so in terms of zones and sellers, I knew that this is where they were at. This guy's invisible, dude. I don't know where this dude's from. It may be this iceberg here, but not iceberg. Sorry, this institutional buyer here, but I think pre-market doesn't have that big of a swing. Good morning, Tracy. How are you? Dude, Mitchell with the morning voice on right now, dude. Mitchell's throwing it down. Hey, where are you getting all those emojis? I got access to those? Oh, what? YouTube's got some crazy ones. It's dope. Crazy. Crazy range today. So here's your players. It's tempting. It's tempting to like just play the range. Not going to, but it's tempting. All right, let's see if it left my other charts. Nope, did not. So, all right, let's check crude. Crude was a short technically here, but it's not super clean. Oh no, this is not Higginashis. What am I doing? Ooh, yeah. There we go. Oh yeah, it's technically still short there. Let's MGC here. Pretty slow morning. Nothing too crazy happening. Hmm. It's looking pretty messy today. I don't know if I want to be a participant until we kind of break out of these zones. I am tempted. You know what? I'm tempted. I'm tempted to buy here, sell up with the seller up here, but I can't do it. I need to back test. You guys will see me do a back testing session with these players and zones here in the future. Good morning again. If you're new to the stream, welcome. I'm going to be hopefully being able to break out of this range today. Get some decent price action going. We pivot out here in the 5. Ooh. Might go get a cup of coffee. Small unit tactics. That sounds good. Don't forget to drop a like and a sub. You know what I'm saying? That's a tactic. Good luck, sir. Thank you. Thank you. I am the sub. I feel like a sub right now. I feel like a sup right now. Choose stamina and Asa. A little bit of a break here. You got to get in there, dude. This is what you should be doing. A little bit of a break. You actually, ooh, huge selling came in. You can't see because all these stupid things here. That's the break I was hoping for earlier before I got one wicked out. But let's see if we get some continuation here. Footprint is telling me. Have a look. Some selling came in pretty heavy, but yeah, this will, I don't know. It's tough. Not a, yeah, a little bit of absorption down there. Oh, dude, if this comes back up into the range here, that'd just be ridiculous. Doji end of range. 1 minute. Dude, I kind of hope this comes back. I want this to rip all the way back up here. I'm going to go long. Nah, well, it wasn't about, yeah, I feel you, Dewey. Holding the short, it was how much risk am I willing to risk for this? This was just, I got played here, but it's all good. Brought it all the way back up again. I don't know. I don't know if they can hold it here. I don't think they got the nuggets. I think they're gonna have to let it loose. Still can't get into this yet. Oh wow, what a flip here. Ah, yeah, it was nice right there. It's a good lick. All right, let's get back to my clean chart. So this is the new low here, and here, and there's no second punk context here, so I have to sit and wait. Much as I wanted to still be in that short, um, news got me. He got me. Boom, boom. 5 minutes it is. 5 minutes a little less exciting, but what are you gonna do? You know, I gotta make money. Can't be sitting here poking around. The 1 minute's exciting though. I do enjoy the 1 minute. Start charting the 2 minute a little bit. See. Out of curiosity. 1 minute's not bad, actually. I mean, 2 minutes, sorry. 2 minute would have kept me out of every trade this morning. Besides, I mean, 5 minute. But yeah, the only trade I would be in on the 2 minute is this one. Because the bull trap broke out of these bars. Broke out of these ones. Broke out of these ones. Tried to go higher. Came back to range. Did not break below this candle here. See? But still, it's not. I would have preferred to see it like come like right here, right here. And all the way down there, it's like, ooh. We can continue to see it if it works. Price action is price action. I need to go get a cup of coffee. I'm gonna go do that right now. Sell a contract at that purple box in real life right now. Perfect. The one that was up there. Sell. Yeah, I'm not confident in this price action. I mean, confident in the price action. I'm confident in my system, but this price action's not exuding craziness. It feels really light. Feels pretty thin. Let's see. Ooh, whoops. So I'll chart the 2 minute. If we get a couple hitters on the 2 minute, then I may look to the 2 minute instead of the 1 minute. Because a lot of this chop that was happening in the mornings, right, off the 1 minute context, these 2 breaks here that I took, I don't think I need it. This feels very light today. Oh, dude, you typed so fast. I didn't even see half your messages. Very roughly speaking, just somewhere down there. It doesn't go back above that congestion. You should sell. You actually sell that on the limit up there for 37. Did you short it, Nix, or what? I was like, you sell that or what? Where'd you get in at? Is this on the Mind account? All right, dude. Nice. Yeah, we'll see what happens. 3, 2, 1? 2, 1. 21 sell. What was your take profit? Where's your take profit out on that short? 278? Oh no. It'll come back down, maybe. I don't know. Oh no. Brutal. This price action's kind of slowed this morning. Been like a full hour, no setups on the 5 minute, not even one. Nothing. This technically would be a twin bar here. Twin bottom bar, which would mark the end of a trend if it continued up. All right. Well, that didn't come to fruition there. Still expecting sellers to be present here. 269 is better. Some ways. Yeah, Wednesday was brutal. Honestly, it's been a week of kind of heavy price action, like pretty tough to trade. Little two bar here. Although it wouldn't be taken from a 2 minute context because we're still in a trap. We don't get out of a trap with a two bar. By we, I'd say me and my strategy. None of these trades are recommendations. Moved up to 7-1. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, dude. I can't believe I lost 150 points that fast. That was crazy. I didn't even feel like these moves were big enough for me to lose 150 points. All right. It's kind of, isn't it? Doesn't it feel kind of slow today? Is it just me, or does it feel kind of slow today? Doesn't feel heavy. This feels very feels. I said thin. I meant thick earlier. It feels very thick today. Beast. Fred's a beast, dude. Dewey. 1 minute, two bar, twin bottom. Technically, this is from an Albrook standpoint. This is a long. And here you have a little anomaly too. It's not at the end of the range though, so but it is a little anomaly if this goes green. Hmm. This is pretty slow this morning. I'd be lying if I didn't say this was slow. Is that a break? That is a break. Oh yeah, that's a break, baby. Hmm. So if this bar goes green, I would like to see some volume step in here though, but we get some volume on this candle. I'd like to see a volume like up here. I may look to take this long. Alright, I'm gonna go get a cup of coffee because I'm gonna need it for this kind of price action right here. Setting up for the 10:30, 10:45 a.m. rotation. Yeah. Let's have a little peek here. 15-minute guy, anything going on? Chop. 30 minutes worth of nothing. If this goes green, that would be something. So if this bar goes green, uh, and we get some volume actually kick up into this, I'll even take it if it's up here somewhere. I just don't want it down here. If it's down here, I'm gonna wait for a third bar. And if that third bar gets up here with a green bar, like three green bars in a row, with a heavier volume, then I'll take that whole move to the upside. Yeah, I mean we got one break. Signals here. this bar goes green with decent volume, that's the entry for me, not a recommendation. I'm not a financial advisor. Futures trading is extremely risky. I need to put a little disclaimer somewhere. So, there's a 2 bar here in the 5 minute. Even if it doesn't have the volume, it's still, I think, the percentage it goes down, but still there's an edge. I'm tempted, but I have my rhythmic up, so, or my fast track account, so I may take this one. We'll see. If we get the volume picking up here in the next minute, we'll see what happens. We still have, I know we have major resistance up here at least, right? Volume's starting to pick up a little bit. Last 1 minute, see if we can actually get some volume kicking up here. I want to see it come up. I don't like that it doesn't update that fast. It drives me crazy. I won't take it if the bar is more than half of a top wick. I could actually almost fade it. This volume's got to be high. It's got to be high. I don't believe this candle at all. It's got to be up here. All right. That's not a take right there. Although it could still go up. I'm not taking it. Yeah, see, the volume came up all the way up here. Kind of annoying how it doesn't update it, though. All right. That was failed buying. I see a little bit of a roll over here. The 2 minute, if this goes red, this would be an add to the 2 minute. 2 minute might be the way. I'm going to be trading the first hour. We'll see. 1 minute left. I got 5 minutes. I'm going to go get a cup of coffee. I will be back. Hope you guys are trading well this morning. All right, so high volume cut here. This would be an add to the short on the 2 minute. If I was to take that, stop would be roughly 3 points above that. Then we would umbrella that. Let's see. 2 minute might be working out. Check on my clean chart. There's a new pivot low here. I mean, technically, is this a bit of a bull trap actually? I think this is a bit of a trap here. I just missed it. Like I said, it's barely lower. Oh, I'm gonna take a small order here, expecting a small stop here. Let's see, 3 points. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, technically this is a trap and I just missed it. I said twin double bar, but technically this bar is lower. See that? It kind of goes down low, as per my rules. And we broke out of these wicks here and came back up to these wicks. So this would be a bear trap. I just got really good pricing at it. So under the 5 minute context, we'll see. I may get this may roll over. I get stopped out, but under this context, looking for 175 up here. $23 though, not bad. I'll take the entry. All right, to the 2 minute though. See how this trade's going to be working. See if this is umbrellaed under. Yep, so I got tagged out there, which is fine. So I had to trade that trade no matter what, but I'm glad I actually got it at decent pricing. 2 bar break here. Let's see if we get more. Stay in the pocket and let these 5 minutes roll out and work for us. So I've done through mini back testing. I will have about 1 in 4 days is a red day if I'm trading appropriately the whole day. Some days will be closer to break even, but mostly I don't think I've seen a red week on this strategy through about 100 days of back testing. I haven't seen one red week, but I mean that's what matters, right? It's not about the day. It's not about making profits every day. It's just trying to trade the strat for an amount of time. Now, if this comes back up again, this is definitely a trap on the 5 minute, and I would definitely look to take this long again, for sure. I mean, it can go red, green anywhere, as long as it doesn't go green above here, close green above here. I'm definitely going to take this long. Not a recommendation, by the way. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Let's see. So, idea with the trap. I've got a video about this. You have bodies, just right here. Then you have wicks, right here. And roughly right here. We broke out down from both of those. Tried to go lower. Came back into the range. We're assuming now we have trapped shorts in here. I just don't want this body to come above this bar here. If it does, there's not enough meat on the... Oh, that sucks, dude. So again, I do not want this body to come all the way up past this level. If the body closes above here, I can no longer take the long. Would be disappointing too, because this is a great trap. So I hope that it gets sold into in these next 2 minutes, closes somewhere around here. Actually, I'll be stuck to become like right here. I'm just gonna draw this mark here. Let's see if I get it right. Close here. If it closes here, I would love it. Because firstly, it's above 300. So we broke below the psychological level, ripped back above the psychological resistance. And that would be excellent. I do not want this body above here. I will not take the trade if the body closes above here. So I just wanted to get retrace, come back down, close here. Let us be on for the day. Let me have a trade here in the 5 minute. That's nice. Good setup. This is like an A. This is an A setup for me right now. If the bar closes here. Bar closes here, it's not a setup at all now. 1 minute 20 left. We'll see what happens. Oh man, if they start rigging this up, this could actually get a little funky. Dude, Mitchell, that's crazy. Oh man, last minute. Please chunk this down in the last minute. Sell into the last minute here. Let's bring it back down. There you go, sellers. Force these guys down. Get them down below here. Yeah. Yeah. Get down here. 300. That's where I want this thing to sit. 30 seconds. Come on. Break it down. I'm going to get in for 2. Don't. This is not a recommendation, by the way. This still fails. Oh, man. No. Get below. Get below. It's a lot of risk I got to put on the table. All right, let's see. We're dancing above this line here. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, I could. Oh, that doesn't count. How was I? Dude, it went to 0 and then it count 2 seconds after and then printed. So this is actually. I'm gonna get rid of 1. I'll get rid of 1 here. So the reason why I'm getting rid of 1 because this isn't the cleanest this is borderline. I mean, look how borderline this is. Technically, I'm not even supposed to be in it really. But hey, Bob. My little monkey woke up. But and the idea is yeah, there are bears trapped down there, but most of them there's not a lot of meat left on the bone here. Hold on 1 second here. I gotta cut my mic. I'm just gonna stay disciplined. I'm not gonna trade it. Technically, I'm not supposed to be in it. There was a trap, but not supposed to be in it. Hold on 1 second. So again, very just borderline, right? So from back testing, if this breaks above here, this is likely to eventually get stopped out if I'm going to go with a 1.75 because now the risk to reward lessens. So I don't necessarily want that, but it was very close to a good context here. Had it closed somewhere around here, we'd be looking for like this range, top of the range here. But now that it closed this range, if we were to take it, we were insinuating that I need to get all the way up here. See how dramatically it's different. We'd have to run into new highs and everything. Could technically go 1 to 1 or 1.5, but still I've seen this fail when it engulfs all the way. Because again, the idea too is if we would have got like a little trap here, which would have been very prime, 1.75 would have been like right here, very attainable. You see, like very, very attainable. Um, but there's just not enough meat on the bone for me over here, so I gotta let it pass. See if we get a little 2 bar here, a 2 bar break. So if we get a 2 bar break, then I'll take it up to the upside. What? I'll cut my mic again. Hold on. All right, back in here. Oh, a little bit of a bear trap. I missed it. Oh, bummer. Bull trap, I mean. Sorry. Broke above these candles. Wick down below. Sorry, I'm having a little bit of a morning. So here you go. Here's a little bit of trap on the opposite side here. I might actually just take one there because I think there's enough there. And then if it comes back and retraces, I'll add more. With the trend, since we are in a downtrend today, I can go too. It's not a strong downtrend, but it is a downtrend. I'm gonna put a little bit of a 3 point stop here, so 525, 525. Yeah, 525. We're feeling very just slow today. Slow. I'm gonna try and keep this in a range. Um, things are starting to widen out a little bit, so almost getting instantly stopped here. I'm gonna take one more. All right, so actually, I'll take another. There we go. I'll add another. All right, so yeah, see what happens here. It was a discount. I mean, how could you not buy more? when it's a tick away from your take profit, your stop loss. That's a bargain. That's a bargain. You're telling me I can get in more contracts for 50 cents risk more? It's a steal. Because now what would have been roughly, however much that was, roughly, whatever is now, what would have been a risk of $36, $37. I now got in at way up here for, I think I was risking like $8 more. So instead of risking 38, I can get in and risk only $8. I'll take it. Because the idea still hasn't changed. Even if it comes all the way up here, you still have shorts trapped up here. So if it retraces, it's just better pricing. So let it fall. Give me this trade and quit playing with me. Let me just get one on the day. Let me get one for the stream here. We're playing games. That's an anomaly. You could take another. By this, I'm saying the hypothetical. None of these trades are recommendations. Trade at your own risk. A little bit of anomaly here. See if this actually comes to fruition. Sorry, getting my kids settled this morning. So in a trap here on the 5 minute, and we double ticked here. So this is even better of a trap under this context. Hopefully we get the fill here. I put one a little bit above because I know there's buyers down there. So you see me taking some profit there on one of them at 285, just to lock in a little bit, making the trade basically risk free if we retrace all the way back up. And then 276.50 is an actual. Let me just make sure this let me make sure this measurements. Let me see if this measurement's accurate here. I got some background noise here. All right. So hopefully we get this move down here. We got an anomaly here for you anomalies out there, for you alien traders. Um, hoping for this 2-to-1 based off these two contexts. I'm hoping on it. That's kind of 2-to-1 here. And then I got one just kind of making it free just in case we wick down into these buyers because there are going to be buyers at this level. A lot of buyers at this level. So I'm trying to throw a little insurance out there. Um, almost got stopped. I mean, look at that. That's like a, you don't get a, I think that's one tick. One tick. So just hanging out here. Um, this is looking very, yeah, very chill today. Thank goodness we got jazz on because you put anything, any intensity up that's not in pace with the market right now, get a little too antsy here. Just gotta sit back, enjoy the chill. Price action is looking very messy. But we did take that bull trap, which is nice. So we'll see how it continues. By we, I'm saying me and my strategy. Not none of these things are recommendations. If this bar goes red, it would be another bull trap. See how we broke out of the bodies here? And you can't really see it, but the wick is just barely higher, I think. It's about the same. I don't know. I still might take this short. So I might add to that short the here if this one goes red, as long as the body doesn't close below here. If it closes green or dojis, I'm not interested. And yeah, that would be that. Not a recommendation. Just hanging out here. 3 minutes left on this 5 minute candle. Thank goodness I'm not trading the 1 minute price action. The 2 minute, it's looking brutal. Still could get stopped out of these, but yeah, I don't mind it. I'm liking the potential here off this 5 minute. Throw onto my clean chart here. Liking the potential here. Still no trend breaks, um, which makes sense since we are not trending. So just gonna keep rolling, keep chilling, see how this plays out. Oh, look at that, the oil and gold though. These are the players today. Oh boy. Nonetheless, going to be looking to go short on this ad in about 2 minutes if this bar cannot get up to green or if it doge. I don't even care if it's like this big. I'll still add to the short. But yeah, As long as this bar doesn't close below here, I'm going to look to add to the short. Not a recommendation. It's not financial advice. Trade at your own risk. So again, not much to talk about this morning, right? I mean, we're range bound, we're choppy, we're tagging these levels. There's a buyer trying to scoop it up. There's just a lack of buying interest, um, basically at these levels here. Lack of buying interest. If buyers come into there, we could now suck it up probably up to here, um, but still, you need buyers to be come in and be strong up these levels for this to continue to the upside, and then we have our sellers up here as well. So as far as buyers, I just don't know where they're in at. This right down here is your actual, like, there we go. So we did tap into the buyers and then we ripped up. So we're just kind of ranging between these two players. Nothing too crazy. I'm playing basically the bottom of the range of these players here. And you can see my stop went up right above there. So about 5 seconds left in this candle. The bar is red. I'm going to add more, not a recommendation. I'm short another one. So not a recommendation. All right. Again, I explained why we're short, or I'm saying me and my strategy. We're co-pilots together. I fly the plane, tells me where to go. So hopefully get this little tag here, a little bit of insurance, just to get a little bit on the play here. Nothing crazy. Um, but yeah, I've seen trades go triple traps, where that'd be like one and then two and then another one, three. It just gets ridiculous. So um, yeah. So we're gonna see how this works out. So again, I wonder how I measure this as being. Let's see where we would be at. 2 to 1 would be roughly, yeah, 2 to 1 would roughly be the same. So I'll just umbrella it. See if we can get a little fill here. I feel pretty good about two traps, though. I think I'm just gonna remove that altogether. Let it come all the way down. Wilder things have happened though. I could just get shredded. But obviously buyers still present down here, right? We tapped from these buyers here. These guys here. Actually, it'd be more like that. You could put it all the way up to here. You could put it all the way up to here, but they kind of chewed into some of that liquidity down there. So I'd say this is probably more appropriate about right here. Yeah, this was the first one. So see if we can get this little flush here. We will see. Be nice to get a little bit of something. Look at our clean chart. Cracking the trend here a little bit. See if we can get an actual move, maybe to the pre-market low. Tap the pre-market low or something. Let's see, we're just right in the middle, smack dab, right in the middle of this range here, right? Right here, a little below the middle, but you just see that for the options purposes, they want to keep this centered because they want to kill premiums on both sides of the market, right? Or wherever there's more open interest. But yeah, nonetheless, pretty slow, pretty chill, pretty choppy. Have some coffee, drink some tea, eat some biscuits. Sit back and relax, man. Not every day is going to be the crazy range days, and try not to get chopped out. I got a little stunted this morning. I'm cooling off on the 1 minute next week. I'm just going to chill on the 5 minute. Give some now. I'll chart it, but I'm not going to get involved in it. Not going to happen. Oh, you know what? I should be in this trades on my rhythmic. I'm gonna actually take a few here. Let's see. I'll take 3. Set some brackets here. What am I thinking? There we go. Sell a few here. All right, there we go. Cool. Forgot I had to take those. We're at 278. 278.25. All right. But I got just in time if this volume actually starts picking up. So you come down and tag me. That'd be nice. Took 3 on the fast track account. Hopefully we'll make roughly 100 points, which should be enough for that account anyways. If we get filled. Say we, me and my strat again. Not a recommendation. You know you won't say, baby. Come down. Come down, eh? Top me out. Nice little kiss. All right, there's one break. So technically this would be an add to the short if this next bar goes red. Let's get this flush. Let's get a nice move right here. Here we go. Come on. Bulls are trapped. You guys tried. You tried. It's time to tap me out here. I'll be positive, what? $12 on the day? Technically, with the fast track, I'll be positive, maybe like a total of 200, but I could have got better entry on the fast track. I'm a little disappointed there. Come on. Come on, mate. There we are. There we are. $14. Back in it. And a 2-bar. So if this actually cracks, I'm going to take another short here. We'll see. All right. There, 5 minutes. See, the 5 minute, I don't play with a 5 minute. 5 minute, I got unlock. I mean, I will take losing days sometimes, don't get me wrong, but I'd be up 300 if I didn't take those stupid 1 minute plays this morning. Were like 50 points each. I say stupid. I think really the 1 minute shines when it's in a strong trend. When you're in a strong trend on the 1 minute, it's like this beautiful, beautiful thing. People are just throwing money at you. You can't even carry it. You can't even find a bag big enough to get all the money that they're throwing at you. So, but in the choppy market, 1 minute is like this assassin, this team of assassins that are constantly trying to take you out. So, glad I got a little fill there. That was nice. Positive. On the fast track account, though, I'll just show that real quick. We got a little love there. You guys can't see the bottom of my screen, dang it. I don't know why it does that, but I wonder if change the scene. But anyways, got the entry. Let me see. I'll pass it up. 308 was my entry short. 308, right there. That was my entry short. And the take profit I put at 278. 278 right there. Boom. Tap that. Look at that. Almost bottom ticked it. If this continues to reverse, that'd be beautiful. So yeah, footprint would be pretty tricky just because it's kind of so choppy. It wouldn't really give a clear direction. That's why the footprint's not going to give me too much. Starting to open up here a little bit to the downside. This technically would be a short, according to my strategy, not a recommendation. I will take it on I'll probably leave the fast track account out of it. I'll just take the profits for the fast track account because you're only allowed to make so much anyways. So I'll just continue to build up that account. Yeah, I might take it. I may take it. It might be the last one. I'll take it. We'll see. The volume needs to pick up though. I need the volume to get pretty high here. Volume needs to kick me up a notch, and the wick can't be bigger than half of the bar. Otherwise, I'm not taking this short either. So, two things why I'm not taking a short. Sorry, I'm pointing at the wrong screen here. Let me get you guys back to Topstep here. There we are. So, volume is increasing. I like that. I would like to see it get above here. See if we get a little bit of a flush here. We do have buyers down here. Remember, like I said, there's going to be buyers here. So I don't necessarily want to. It is a 2 bar, but I'm not going to take it if the volume can't get past this. If it does, and if we actually crack, there's going to be more opportunity below the pre-market low. So 2 bar break, volume increased. Volume is technically above this green one here, but we're just not there. This trade could still come to fruition. I'm still going to chart it. We're not technically in a strong trend, so the volume doesn't matter as much, but still, I'm gonna look for a little bit more quality. This could still run though, no problem. Starting to chew into these previous bulls now. They're gonna start letting loose. See if we get this tap out. Running into the pre-market low down here as well. Really shouldn't take this into context, but it's been proving as a support so much here that I'm assuming buyers are going to look to step in again at that range. If we come up here, I may look to take a cheap short off the trend, but we'll see. For a short sentiment, the increase in volume with each step here, boom, 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 that's bearish for sure. That's saying that shorts are getting more and more aggressive about shorting the market. So I could have taken the short. But this candle right here was the doozy. So conflicting. Nonetheless, I hope you guys are having a good morning. You guys are up, down, let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like the video. Hit the like button and chat around. It's all good. If you guys are looking at any setups, you guys trade whatever strats you guys trade, let me know. Look to chart some of them. If you guys are just learning, also say in the comments if you're newer to trading. Point you in the right direction and help you kind of get set. Appreciate you guys stopping by. So did this break? Didn't break. This is, let me check the 15-minute here. It's so nasty, that price action. So if this bar goes green, we've retested the extreme officially. Boom, boom, boom. So if we get a trend break to the upside, I will look to go long. I would prefer, no, because I can get out of the trend break with the trend break, but we'll see what happens here. We could still flush, but we'll see what happens. So these sellers, going forward, clean selling happening here. Well, not super clean, but decently clean. I'm gonna look to this is gonna act as a resistance going up. Kind of doge. We'll see. 30 seconds left. Buyers are still present. And again, I didn't get into this trade. I liked the increasing volume. The volume is still increasing to the sell side, right? Um, which on the fourth one, if this actually gets up, I could actually take this short as a move. Yeah, I'm gonna go short. I'm gonna go short one here. I'm actually gonna go short on this account as well. Oh, that was too much though. I went too much short over here on this one. Um, the idea here now, where's the pre-market low? 336. I'll put it at 40. The idea here is see where's that 48? 48. We'll put runner and keep it at 40. Okay, so increasing in volume. If we were to add up all this volume now, it's way overweight of this and this buying volume. Then the sell side volume starting to increase. So for me, I can look to take a short. And if I would have added, I actually could have looked to take all of these bars right here, these three contexts short, and start to actually take a measured move all the way down to maybe the pre-market low. I'm not going to do that per se because this is something new that I've been working with. I don't have hard data on that, so I'm going to leave it at my original 1-to-1. But I do like the increasing volume to the sell side, and the trend break just seems to be working pretty good. So, yeah, I'm in on my fast track as well. See if we can get a move down. Just I would assume we're going to at least test these pre-market lows, which is right here. It's an assumption, but we'll see. We'll see. There's still going to be buyers down here, especially right here. Right here. And you see we tapped those guys, right here. Boom. But yeah. Let me see here. I'm going to take off. We're only at 40. My clean chart here. Should get heavy here. Uh-oh. On the 1 minute, that is a bear trap. Or this is a 2 minute, sorry. I took one off on my fast track account since that one's really close to getting its daily limit hit. So I took one out of there, and I'm probably gonna take probably let it just fill me, but if I get filled, that is. So if buyers can't come in here, we're gonna slip all the way down to pre-market low, and probably these buyers down here at the 20s, 22, 21s. Just gonna remove that zone here. See if we can get a little move down here. This is behaving like sellers aren't super strong yet. Just there's no buying interest as it kind of comes back. There's someone absorbing them, but there's no new buying interest to the upside. There's just a buyer chilling here at this level. Should see a tap here. We'll see if we get it. Take one more on the Rhythmic account. All right, and I took all of them on the Fast Track account. I think that account's maxed out for profits for the day now. See, 181. Oh, don't take me here. What we got? We got 60, 75 plus 181. Yep, that's 250 exactly. So, all out on the Fast Track. I'll try and take a payout here in the next week if we can keep this up. So unfortunately, when we get like a point away, not a point. If we're a point away, this move's still intact. But when we get like a half point, like a tick or two away from this take profit, let me see here. So this is about 1.25. When we get like a half point away, I consider that a fill. I consider that the move being over. So if it starts to retrace and everything like that, it almost filled me, which I've had moves go 1 point and then I hold it all the way until the stop. But the move, I can't really get into new positions if this hasn't been filled all the way, so I just let it fill. But at least on the Fast Track, we got some profits here, so that was nice. Fast Track, we're up 250 on that one. So yeah, let's see if we get this little tap here. Should still be a lot of downside pressure. Yeah. Let's see here. It'd be a little disappointing being 1 point away and it retracing, but it is what it is. Oh. All right. I'm gonna draw a trend here. I don't know if I should put my stop there. I'm gonna put my stop right here on this 2 bar, the 15. There we go. Whew. So hanging out here. We're in this trend break. And by we, I mean me and the strategy. Getting out of recommendations. The actual trade looks something like this. This would be the 1-to-1 here, right here. But since this volume wasn't getting up here yet, this volume on this break here, even though I like the increasing of volume, when this bar closed, sorry, was it this bar? When this bar closed and the volume came up again for a third, I liked it for the 1-to-1. So not from that bottom bar though, from this bar, which is how we get here. So got a point away, a little bit of some retracement, but I would assume we see a little bit of follow through. There are buyers down here, and I specifically put them right here. Um, so you see we kind of wicked in here and just kind of barely came, but buyers trying to take it, couldn't take it. Let's see. See if we can get this fill. Should get it. And then really we have that pre-market low and then these buyers, real buyers down here that they were scooping up those buys from yesterday's pre-market or yesterday's regular market. This is where it was that after that institutional break, boom, buyers on the tick. So we should see buyers step in here, and then if we get a break below, there we go, got our fill there. If we get a break below that area, make sure it's not. It sounded like it happened on like 4 different devices. If we break below these areas, then we could see a big flush to the downside. Maybe test the 20,000s again. So things to keep in mind, not recommendations. Got the fill on that. All right, let's continue. A little bit better price action. Got a new low. Pre-market lows right here. We do have those daily levels too. I wonder what they look like. Topstep levels. Here we go. What do we have down here in this pink and red? One of those are called. Weekly kickoff low. Last week's high. Yesterday's value area low. It might break it all the way down there. 190s, 200s. See what happens. If you guys are new, welcome to the stream. Appreciate you stopping by. We're trading price action only. Trend breaks, bear bull traps, and we look at a little bit of volume in that context. I do trade other. I mean, I have other. I've traded many strategies over the years of trading, and using volume, EMAs, messing with volume profiles, trading. There's all kinds of different concepts, right? You have different SMT strats, ICT, which I haven't actually got into too much, but they do mimic. I know a little bit about them. They do mimic some things that are paralleled with what I already know. I've traded a little bit of the footprint, a little bit of order flow, and all of these things kind of correlate to get a sense of the market, but they're not necessarily necessary to be profitable. Really, you just need one little pattern, one little strat to be a profitable trader. As long as you can do that appropriately, you're solid. But yeah, so I like this little system. We'll call it the house blend. And eventually, if you guys are interested, I'm going to be basically opening this up to give the rules, not a recommendation. And honestly, it's just a foundation of basic price action. And but in the right context. The context is what's missing. You watch price action happen, and you'll see the patterns. You'll see the 3 bars. You'll see the 4. You'll see the wedges. You'll see all these different patterns. But what fails to happen is they don't give you the context of where you need to trade it. And because of that lack of context, you trade and it doesn't really, it works sometimes, doesn't work other times. You don't really know why it doesn't work or doesn't work. So context is everything. So context, as I was continuing on with context, I'll be teaching context. And it's one of the most important things because once you have rules and an understanding of context, it's going to help you understand when to stay out of certain patterns. And there's I'm piggybacking some stuff from like Al Brooks, some stuff from order flow. Um, I like the pre-market levels. Now all of this is you can find the information. I'm just going to compile it into a strategy that I call the house blend, and that's a strategy I trade. It'll just be one time frame. You'll be looking at a 15-minute context though, but you're not going to be trading the 15-minute. It'll just be the 5-minute context. Again, none of this is recommendations. Trade at your own risk, but that I'm going to be working on, giving all the rules of the strat that I have worked the last 9 months to kind of hone. I started trading the 1 minute recently, but the price action's been so poor when it comes to choppiness on the 1 minute that I've learned you need a strong trend to trade it. High risk, high reward. Yeah, the psychology is the next game. The strategy is one thing. The best thing that's going to help you in terms of, or anyone in terms of the mental game, in my opinion, is to backtest. You don't necessarily have to journal. There's a lot of people that like to journal. I don't need a journal for me to know that I was pissed, or I was happy, or feeling good. I know if I'm making money, I'm kind of more on the happy side, right? If I'm taking trades and I'm tilting, I know when I'm tilting. I think for people though to reflect and see that you know they're not profitable not because they're not trading, the strat's not well, but because those tilt days has cost them too much. So, like me, I tilted the other day, and I rarely tilt. I had a little tilt moment. That was actually surprising for myself. I was like, what? But nonetheless, um, yeah, it's a whole work. It's a whole game. But yeah, 100% balls of steel, Dewey. It's you gotta honestly learning a strategy is like meeting someone for the first time, right? And they say that they're great. They have good qualities, right? And you're like, oh, dude, I like this guy. This guy makes sense, right? But are you gonna like trust your kids with them or something? Or are you gonna just like give them a bunch of money? No, absolutely not. Like, yeah, you like them, but you're not gonna go and you're not willing to risk certain things for them still, right? But when you back test, it's like really getting to know the person in depth. You're starting to have a relationship with this person, and you'll start to trust them. You'll trust you're seeing their characteristics in different areas, how they deal with if it's a guide, for example, how they deal with certain areas of the forest, understanding their knowledge, and over time your confidence builds, your confidence builds, your confidence builds, where you got that trust. You're like, yeah, this is solid. I know that even if we get slapped around sometimes, we're gonna eventually uh, get to where we are sound intact, as long as I don't go rogue and go off the course. So with backtesting, that's what that does for you. It's going to help you to build that trust, have that psychology, and it's gonna. And anytime you're having psychology like problems with the strat, backtest it. And obviously, if the backtesting numbers are not great, you need a new strategy, or you need to learn how to trade it in the appropriate context. So, um, but those are things that I've learned over years of trading that I didn't realize what I needed in backtesting. I had the idea, wanted to get in, and I started getting in. And I'm like, I got it, I got it, I got it. I'm kind of more on the egotistical side though, for sure. I say kind of, I am for sure. So I will, I just feel like I can just naturally just go and pick up and do it, which reality, that's called ego. And I got a ton of it when it comes to the markets. So that's that. There's my spiel. So just a little update on the markets. We're getting closer to this pre-market low, 236. We're running into these buyers right here, which, like I said, we're going to be right here. And you notice that we're having a little bit of some buying or lack of selling interest happening at these levels. Accumulation of both, I'm sure. And pre-market lows right here. So this is going to be an area where we may chop around for a little bit. I'd be surprised if we just cut clean through. I think we'll be between these guys, and then I don't really see real players here on the sell side. Not necessarily. If you're a fair value gap person, there's like a fair value gap like right here. If you're an ICT, like a couple of fair value gaps. Personally, the fair value gaps, I'll mark them, but I don't trade them. They just don't really make 100% sense to me. If anything, I like the ideas of saying your actual buyer seller is here. Nonetheless, here we are. Bottom of the range here. Bottom of the pre-market low. See if we get some little support down here. Or are we just going to slowly move and slowly crack? Because if we crack this, we can crack all these levels in like one bar. And then we're going to actually see if we're going to get moving to the downside. But should see a little bit of support here. I want to change the music, but it's moving so slow here that if I change the music, might bring a little anxiety here. You guys might actually might build a climate for some anxious trading. I think this is fitting the market perfectly right now. It's very smooth and slow. 30-minute consolidation. This is like an hour of consolidation. It's hanging out. This volume starts picking up. We start heating up. I'll change the music. Until then, very chill. It's the fall. Fire, cozy, leaves everywhere. Unless you're living in tropical climate, of course. Or the desert. No setups yet for me. If this bar would have went down, green bar, came up, came back into range, that would have been a bear trap, would have taken that long. There's just not a lot of action going on here. Do have a new low here. Didn't break though. See how it didn't break? So that doesn't mean anything. We got a new low here. This is a new pivot, and it doesn't even matter in the next 10 minutes. If anything happens here, it doesn't matter. So all of it. Oh. I changed the music. Again, if you're new to the stream, welcome. Traded some price action trades this morning. Doing a little recap here. A lot of purple squares all over the screen and stuff. Really don't need any of these zones right now. We can clean it all up, especially with how slow we're moving. I'll remark those as we get up into these areas. Marked some fair value gaps. I don't trade ICT, but that's where those would be. And they, there might be different in different context actually, but the basic understanding of it would be right there. At the bottom of the range, pre-market lows here. We took a few trades this morning. I got slapped around on the 1 minute, and I think I'm kind of done with the 1 minute for a while because the last 5 days in a row, getting slapped around on the 1 minute. Here is some trades we took, and the idea was, as we got to right here, this bar engulfed. I almost went long here, but I said it's likely to fail. Actually, scratch that. I did go long here, and I said, you know what? I got to stick to my plan. I wanted this bar maybe somewhere around here to go long. It broke out. There's not enough meat on the bone for me anymore. Next bar, though, we broke out, tried to go higher, came back down. Now I said, this is something I do like because this is a bull trap. So I ended up going short here. Put the stop, well, I measured it from this point. And let's see, we wanted 1.75. That was my initial take, 1.75. By the way, I'm still keeping an eye on the 5 minute over here. So no need for that. Wasn't anything going on yet. Just consolidation in this range. Probably do this for until 12 and then have either a breakout or break up. We'll see what happens. Nonetheless, had this bar almost stop me out. So I put a 3-point stop. And just through back testing, I've noticed an average of 3 points is usually enough. So 3225 is the that wick high. So I'm going to go 3 points above it. 35.25. If we go 35.25, notice it's 1 tick away. 1 tick away from getting stopped out here. Right here. And also, I didn't just stop there. I actually added, I think I added here. Added into the short. So I got another 2, I think, way up here at what I call the discount because they're cheap. Yeah, the idea is not over yet, and if I'm only going to risk $8 to make another, 100, 150, why not? It's 8. That's crazy risk reward, right? And the trade is not invalid until I get stopped out. So ended up taking one there. This is an anomaly, by the way. One of my fellow traders calls this an anomaly, but we'll talk about that actually in a second here. By the way, still keep an eye over here. Some buying stepping in, and volume's ticking up a little bit. Need buyers above. Probably you're gonna run into some. Let's see, where's the volume at? Volume's right here. All these guys are sellers technically, right? It's a big sell block, but really, here's where I'm looking. This is what I'm interested in, as far as like actually trading to go bullish. On a short term though, whatever. Anyways, back to the trade. So I went 1.75, but when this bar happened here, see how we got 2 like this? That's even more, what do you say? Confluence to the short side? Confluence, I don't know if confluence is the right word. Basically, it's even more so supporting that short. So then we had a bull run come up. Little bull bar here, and it broke out. I don't know if you guys see this, but it broke out of these bodies right here. See how it just barely broke out here. Tried to go barely higher and came back down again. I added again to a 4th, and I took that on my rhythmic as well. So now I was looking for, since I have 2 traps in a row, it's likely that I can get a 2-to-1 out of this or more. I haven't tested the more yet, but there it is. There was our fill. Took 4 contracts. Actually, if you include my fast track, I took 7 contracts. So ended up making a total of about 350 on this move on the top step and about 180 on the fast track. So great short there. And then we also 2-barred. So from this pivot low, we had a break. I did not take this because of the low volume. I wanted to see the volume pick up. Volume picked up here on this candle. This is where I decided to go short here. In theory, I could have gone the whole move in times past, but I don't have enough testing with that. I decided to go 1-to-1. And especially because we're dipping into that pre-market low, and we got our almost bottom tick that, right? Got that fill there for another 31 points. So I did get a little bit of a late fill here. So I didn't get as the full 31. I probably got more like 25. There was a little bit of slippage there. And yeah, so that's it. Now we're testing the downtrend here, seeing if we want to actually break it. I don't think it's going to blast above it. That would be very surprising to me. If anything, I still have to wait for a test of the extreme. Let's talk about that later. Is FTT the best right now? Here's my thing. FTT, I'll just tell you the biggest differences. All right, Dewey. There you go, my man. Let me check. I'm sure you sent a Discord here. Discord chat. All right. Very nice, dude. Way to go. Dewey's up. Dewey's up 5K today. Made it. It's good. So here's the thing with FTT. Instant funding, right? That's really nice. And really, they say you can take a payout in 5 days. It's true, but in my opinion, that could be really tough. Unless you're trading unless you're trading a very high hit rate pattern, that sometimes to get the high hit rate patterns, usually you're not even going like a 1-to-1. Sometimes you're going like 0.5 to 1 risk, right? If you do that and you're trading with like a lot of people like trading with minis. I would never do that with minis, by the way. But I mean, I would do it if I had enough risk, downside I could take. But no, not in the beginning. Again, bouncing off this trend here, as expected, could get eaten back up by these buyers down here. But we'll see what happens. Nonetheless, fast track consistency rule. It's really annoying for some people because on the good days where everything's great, you can't on your good days you can't really stack up the bank. Like basically you can't stack up the bank on the consistency roll. So you're only allowed, you basically, they're letting you get instant funding. They're letting you to get paid almost immediately, but they're really restricting your headroom unless you buy multiple accounts. I don't know. I'm sure they're going to have sales all the time. Seems like it at least. You could pretty much check in their Discord, Fast Track's Discord. Let's see here. Let's see if they got deals. Yeah, they don't even have. So 45% F, everything. Rallies, Daytonas, and then 15% off the GTs. So, yeah. So the thing is, 20% consistency is tough. They are lenient on other rules, for sure. But Topstep allows you to have no ceiling. So when I'm making money and the conditions are killer, I can just continue to stack up, and then I can take 50% out, right? Whereas they cap how much you can take out with Fast Track. You're only allowed to take out like between I think $2,000 and $5,000 per account, depending, or $1,200 to $5,000. Coupon apology tour. What's that? What's a coupon apology tour? Dude, that's what I'm talking about. Mitchell, I was a tear it up, dude. Killed it. A little bit of a, oh, not a trap here, but yeah, less. Yeah, so we hit on our fast track. And Topstep, I took some poor trades this morning. Should be up about 300. Actually, should be up almost 400. I'm done with the 1 minute for right now. I need to make some money. It's nice. It's a nice concept, but I just don't have the data. So 5 minute, I have tons of data. So yeah, Nick's tore it up today. Mitchell tore it up. So good days, man. Price action has been getting a little bit better. This is the kind of price action I like, even though it's kind of slow today. It's at least a little more clear. Got a couple traps, got a couple everything. So It was nice, but I still favor Topstep because I can scale up on my account. But once I built up a little bankroll, I don't need to, purchase a bunch more accounts. I could start scaling it up to 3 contracts per idea or 5 mini micros per idea, and eventually, my little accounts, I don't need a bunch of Daytonas. I could just build my bankroll and eventually start trading with minis, right? And then just take payouts all the time. So, no way. Are you serious? Dewey, that's hilarious. I still don't. I'm gonna be honest with you. I still think Topstep has some superiority over Fast Track. I I think the thing about Fast Track is that you could buy a bunch of accounts, make a smidge of money, but I think people are still blowing accounts left and right. I really do. I Topstep to me is like you're funded in 2 days, uh, and you can just yeah, 7,500 drawdown. You're right on that, but still, it's still that's if you're trading with like minis. Basically, you're still capped on your gains. How much can you take out with a $7,500 drawdown? Started to crack this low, by the way. 3K, I think. 3,000. So that's the thing. Okay, yeah, eh. To me, if you're drawing down, I mean, it does give you cushion. It does give you cushion. But how many of you are going to be trading with smaller size as you get closer to your drawdown? Are you gonna size down, or are you gonna keep it the same size? Because I think psychologically it could be a little tricky there. I mean, I'm gonna trade the same size. Let me scratch that. If I get down to like 100, I might like mini it. But if I'm getting like down 3,000, I'm still gonna do it. I don't know. We'll see. I should be taking a payout with Topstep here. Pretty. Actually, I'm already not eligible yet. But that's the other thing with Topstep. You still have to make two. Still have to do 5 days once you're funded. You still have to do 5 days with making over 200 bucks. It doesn't matter if you're up or down, as long as you make 200 bucks, you're good, which isn't actually bad. I just like the idea of being able to take out 50%. So these suckers can, I could run this up 20 grand and then just take out a $10,000 payout and just continue to scale that puppy. But yeah, fast tracks. I think they both have their strengths, to be honest with you. I do like Quant. I know Rhythmic's been horrible, but I mean, lately this new server feels very nice. Very nice. I love that I have the free footprint book map. Dude, that's pretty sweet. I think for serious traders, Fast Track is definitely a better option. Right? People who are already profitable, or they're like intermediate advanced traders, I think it's better for. Yeah, I do too. I love Quant too. I like it a lot. But I think if you're like a beginner trader, you start to develop some ideas, you want to get your feet wet in the market, I think Topstep's better. The platform's super nice. Trading views charts are just going to be familiar, and they're beautiful. And yeah, I think their platform has a bunch of things that are helpful for newer traders, right? But nonetheless, yeah, I think Fast Track's just that tool that is giving access to real traders who are already in the space that just want to be able to compound on their already used systems. I think it's great. I love both of them. I'm just waiting to scale both of them right now. Hoping that I get some good price action here. All right. Yeah, Dewey, I'm looking at it, bro. The RSI, dude, the way you trade the RSI is kind of crazy. I haven't seen really anything like it. Although I haven't done too much trading with RSI, so yeah, $7,500 drawdown. If I'm gonna do $7,500 drawdown, I feel like I could trade a little bit bigger size, at least. Yeah, that'd be nice. $7,500 drawdown, only 280 bucks. Maybe if I take this, we'll see. We'll see. I'll get there. It's gotta be patient. I'm not trying to go too crazy right now. Discontent. I'm trading chill. It's trading my 1 micros, trying to make a couple hundred to 500. We have a great day. It's 1,000, 1,500, but I'm not trying to. Usually, I don't lose more than 200-300 bucks in a day, unless it's like central banks failing or something, like something like that. Which I usually don't lose money on those days. I usually make money on those days. But some days I'll just have that are just I'm just trading the whole day out of context. A little bit of a break here on the. Well, is it the 5 minute? It is a 5 minute. Oh, I'm looking at the same chart, same time frame. Yeah. Well, see, add to losers is kind of a, like I said, like technically here, right? You could say that I added to losers here, right? Like in theory, that would be someone would say you added to a loser, which to me, I'm saying that I'm getting a winner at a better price. You know what I mean? Like I'm getting a winner cheaper. Like this is great because the trade's not invalid unless the stop's here, right? I guess adding to a loser would be like moving the stop and then averaging down. That would be like a true adding to a loser for me. But me getting better price on this move, that was like, dude, you guys are just handing out free stinking Lambos. I'll take them. Yeah, that's true. But I didn't even add in on the second idea. I just added in because it started to retrace, and I'm like, dude, I'm loving this. Yeah. Well, it's because it's not a loser. It's not a loser until the stop, until we get up here. That would have been a loser. So getting it any price, I actually have a whole nother strategy waiting to. I might actually use it on the. Might use it on the. Time is it, by the way? I got to keep an eye on the time here. Might use it if I get a. What are those called? They called Daytonas. What are they called? What do you guys call them? Daytonas. I'm scrolling up. Whatever the 150K is. I have a strat where I actually add to my losing trades, and I double the GTs. I double the risk, right? So this idea, if I was trading, if I was risking whatever this is, roughly 20 points, so I'm risking $40. I add 3 more, and 3 more makes it go from $40 to $80 of risk. But my downside now goes, my upside basically goes from $80 of profit to like 360 or something like that dollars of profit, based off of, it might even be a little more than that, because it was 4 contracts total. No, it'd be even more than that. It'd be like $500. So $80 for like a $500 gain, based off the same trading idea, which I think is fantastic. Still just hitting these, tapping this pre-market low here. This is where these buyers are from over here. All right, guys, I've been like 15 minutes late on my customers for the last like week because I've been wanting to stay on the market for so long. I can't do them 2 times in a row. So I'll leave with some thoughts here, real quick. We broke below these buyers here. These guys are gone. Now we're kind of getting back into this range here, and I'm assuming we're gonna find buyers down here again, make maybe a little bit of a pop-up. Here's your next level of sellers right here. And then you have another one that's not too crazy. Where's this volume at? Right here. You have another one that's kind of like right here. So different players in the market right now. Break above these levels. We're going to continue to go up, test these sellers. And then if we hit these sellers, you don't have selling until, you could say here, technically, but I don't know. Sellers here. So it just all depends. Really, though, you want to see the buy side accumulation, especially if the trend breaks. Still, we're in a downtrend. So if the trend breaks up, I would start to see how it reacts. Maybe get some re-entries here, take to the upside, sell, re-entries, and then breaks, all that other crap. But until then, that is the 2-minute, by the way. I don't really like charting 2-minute. I want to see chart it in 5-minute. All right. Yeah, 5-minute. Yeah, totally different story. Really, you have selling here, but I'd say your seller's here. Or I would say he's at right here. Boom. I would say you could bounce into here. This buyer's going to be here. He's going to look to scoop it up. If you can't get buyers above here, I would say it's a good chance of cracking. If buyers keep scooping it, you're going to come up here, and then this is going to be the trend for the day. If we break this to the upside, 320 level, then you're going to either test your pre-market highs or we're going to go up and test these sellers up here. So that would be the idea. So, but anyways, I have to go, jump the shower, everything like that. I really appreciate you guys dropping by the stream and throwing a like on the video. Appreciate you guys very much, commenting, talking. Thank you. Thank you for your support. And we'll see you guys next week. This is Friday. I'm going to do a little bit of trading at work, I think. Oh, no, you know what? I can't. I'm really busy this morning. But this is a bear trap, by the way. This comes back green. Gets back up into this range at 39 on the 2-minute. But yeah, I'm going to do a weekly recap video and just show the trades, the ideas, where we kind of succeeded at, where I failed trading my strategy at, and then total profits on the week for the strat, and then my accuracy. So that's kind of cool. Appreciate you guys stopping by. Hope you guys have a good day. Dewey, take care. Azza, Trader, DL, so to Tracy, if you're still here, take care. Yeah, let me see here. Who? Samu? You're still here, TJ? Take care, guys. Hope you guys have a good morning.